Yeah. Why is it that the people of Europe, the people of America, people of certain parts of Asia, why is it that they are developed and we are not developed in Africa? Majority of African countries and people are impoverished. Why? Why are other people out there doing so well? Why are we not doing well in Africa? Why? I think the answer is simple. Because nobody wants to pay the price for anything. Our ancestors, they refuse to pay the price for us to have a better life. We are refusing to pay any price for the future generation to have better life. That's it. Selfishness. Nobody cares. Everybody only thinks about himself or herself. And that's it. We care about our own families. Like, okay, what I can do for my family, my children. You don't care about the next person who lives right behind your window. Selfishness. The people in the West, they came together and they did things collectively. Government, yeah, they had governments, they had leaders who cared about the general well-being and welfare and growth of their nation. But yet and still, the people themselves, they had that spirit of unity and empowerment in themselves. Empowering other people. They used their minds. They were creative. We have intelligent people in Africa. We have intelligent people in our society. What is becoming of their intelligence? Most of the time in Africa, we try to blame it on what? Slavery. We try to blame it on, how do you call it? Colonization. We were colonized. The white people came and took over our country. Slavery. Colonization. Everything. We were at fault. I'm telling you. If you go back in history, slavery didn't start from the West. Slavery started from here. If you look at our African histories, for the histories of different African countries, you find out that our kings, our chiefs, they were enslaving their own people before even the white people came and started taking slaves. And when white people came to take slaves from they didn't come to take slaves from Africa. Slaves from Africa. No, they came in Africa. They came trading, doing battle trade. And when our chiefs, when our kings, when they could not even afford to pay for the commodities that the white people were providing them at that time, they started giving their own people. Yeah, during the days of old, when one village goes against another village in war, when the winner is going to take other people as slaves and bring them to his own village, and they're going to work as slaves. So slavery was so easy when the white people came and even needed people to go and work on their plantation and stuff. It was easy for the African people to even give their own people as slaves. Nobody came here and put a knife to anybody's throat and say, we need people. If people don't go with us to go and work on our plantations, we are going to kill you people. No, it didn't happen like that. We gave our own people into slavery. And even let's leave the whole slavery period and pre-slavery period. Let's come to even post-slavery period, colonization period. We have countries that went through the same thing as African countries. Countries were colonized. We have Brazil. We have most of the South American countries. We have countries in the East. India. I think we all know the story of Gandhi. How he struggled for the freedom and independence of India. So look at that time. I think India gained independence in 1947. From 1947 to now, India, even with all the wars and struggles and stuff in India, India is now a powerhouse in the global world. India is now an economic giant. Yeah, I'm not saying there's no poverty in India. No, they have poverty in India. They have high level of poverty, but you can see the level of development also in India. You can see the impact that India is making with buying even in the level of goods and commodities out there from India. Look at Brazil. Brazil, they went through slavery the same way. They were colonized the same way. But look at Brazil right now. Brazil is another powerhouse. Yeah. Brazil, India, they're all part of the BRICS nations. We have Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. They are the new economies, merging economies that are standing as giants in the world today. So it's no excuse. Africa, we have to understand, people of Africa, people of Ghana, people of Nigeria, people of Zimbabwe, people of Congo, Kenya, other parts of Africa, we have to understand that unless we are willing to pay the price for development, we are willing to pay the price for better lives for our people, there won't be any change. Our leaders, we have to stop, put away with selfishness, and know that let me do something for once so that people can benefit from it. People after me can enjoy something. Those people, those inventors, those people who invented most of what we enjoy today, the light bulb, Thomas Alva Edison. We look at the airplane, the Wright brothers. We look at so many other things, telephone, Alexander Graham Bell. So many other things that people invented. These people took their lives. They gave out their whole lives working on probably 1, 2, or 3 inventions that we are enjoying today. That's how there has to be sacrifice. Somebody has to pay a price for another person to enjoy something. And if we refuse to pay any price, we are not going to have anything. We are going to keep begging, and we are going to keep having the minimum of life. Countries in Africa, take example. Look at even we look at human resources. We look at even the level of the potential of nations. I'll give you one perfect example. It's a country I love very much, Nigeria. Nigeria is a perfect example. Nigeria has human resources. Like, okay, the number of people in Nigeria, if we look at if they were being trained enough and having the requisite education, Nigeria will change. Nigeria will be better. Look at the resources in Nigeria. Nigeria is an oil giant in Africa, but Nigeria is still having problem with even little things like lights, electricity. Nigeria is having problem with electricity. Till people make joke of it like the NEPA in Nigeria is more like standby, and people use generators all the time. Why? Selfishness. Selfishness in the leaders, selfishness. And when I talk about leaders, I'm not talking about like just the president. Leadership is a whole thing. It's not just one person. Let's start from the home. Are we selfish as parents in the home? What are we teaching our children? What example are we leaving for our children? What are we doing? What sacrifice are we making to make sure the lives of our children are secure? In the home, in our communities, community leaders. Before you go out there to ministries, go out there to different agencies, government agencies. What are we doing? Governors, PMs, people who represent the people. What are we doing for the people? Are we just caring about ourselves? How to enrich ourselves and everything? Are we caring about ourselves only? When are we going to start caring about the people? When are we going to stop taking monies from our various African countries and taking them to the same West to go and keep? That after some time they will freeze them and you can't even get them. Why don't you help your own people? Why don't you use those resources to develop your own country? When are we going to stop being selfish? Look at our society. Look at our society. Look at even communities. Selfishness is just all over. We who can afford people who can afford to drive big cars, if the road is even bad coming to a particular area, those who can afford to drive big cars, all they're gonna do, buy bigger jeeps, and then they can glide on the road. And even if, because of the damaged road, children in that community will have to walk out of that place, because maybe the taxis or the buses will be refusing to come in. We'll have to walk out of that place. Nobody will come together. People who are even well-to-do won't say, look, let's come together as a community. Let's see how we can fix the roads in our community. Let's see, okay, the government is not doing anything. Let's see, what can we do? That's why JFK said that it's not about what your country can do for you, it's about what you can do for your country. What can you add to your country? It's not about all what your country can do for you. What can you do? We are selfish. Nobody wants to pay the price for anything. Nobody wants anybody to enjoy anything from them free. Everybody wants to enjoy their own lives and live happily and forget about the next person. Sometimes we can afford to pay like even 2 or 3 persons additional school fees added to our own children. Are we doing that? Do we care about that? That's why our countries, that's why our various African countries are so much like the way they are. Even people who are intelligent, everybody wants to be paid to do something. Nobody will say, okay, I know I have certain level of intelligence. Let me sit and let me invent something. Let me sacrifice my time. Let me put this time to invent this thing. I know that after I do this thing, my society is going to benefit. The people are going to benefit from it. No. We think that when people were trying to invent telephones and invent those things in the past, you think they were inventing it thinking that they had the money, they were going to use those things to get rich right at the time. No, some of them they didn't even enjoy it. They didn't even enjoy those things that they invented. But now we all are enjoying everything that those people invented in the past. We're watching television. We driving cars. But other people, these things are other people's sweat and blood. And that's Africa. We always want to enjoy everything. We want everything free. We don't want to work for anything. We just want everything free. Free, 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 free. Free Africa, free. Free Africa, free. Everything free. And I tell you people, I'm just going to conclude right now. I know I've talked a lot. I know I know a lot of people out there. If you're going to watch this video, good. If you think I'm talking too much, but I'm just expressing myself, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep whatever I have something on my mind, I'm going to keep expressing it, because I don't know. I think whatever I say today is going to make a change in the life of one person, even 2 persons. I'm going to be very happy that I was able to impact the lives of 1 or 2 persons. So I'm going to keep doing this. If you don't like it, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to keep doing. Going to keep seeing videos coming out there from me all the time, talking on various topics and various issues, and concluding the prize or a prize. Let us know that whatever we want in life, there is a price tag attached to it, and whatever our future is going to be, the future of our children, the future of the next generation, posterity, there is a price. And let's stop being selfish and start to pay little price for somebody to enjoy something. I thank you. I love you all. Bye bye.